Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, AppSumo. You know what, AppSumo? I think I see what you're doing. I like what I'm seeing. If this is your first time to this channel, please go ahead and like, subscribe. You never know what kind of hacks or different deals we're going to put together to help you grow your business. I'm in the business growing business right now. Started off with just doing hacks. But now I'm like, you know what? I'm into helping people grow their business, right? Because if you can continue to grow your business, then you're able to make money. Then you're able to continue to buy tools to grow and scale your business. That's just kind of a model that I've used to grow my business, and I'm finding that other people are using as well. So I'm going to do a separate video maybe later this evening or maybe tomorrow on last call. Because most of these tools, I think I have all of these tools, or I have experienced all these tools. I've taken every last one off the shelf, I think, except for Upbase and Bind AI. Yeah, I'm going to do an exclusive video. AppSumo asked me to do an exclusive video on Eureka, so I'm going to do that. Video to blog is growing by leaps and bounds. We're going to come back and talk about that. Sales Nexus is really customized. It's kind of old interface. They said they were going to update it, but we're going to take a look at that. Press Ranger, one of my top tools last year. If you don't have Press Ranger by now, shame on you. So I am going to do something on last call, just exclusively on last call. But what I wanted to talk about today was the new drop, right? Because Monday Madness is all about the new drops, right? What is dropping, what's going on. As you can see here, we got some fresh stuff here. We got AudioHero, BoardMix, SEO Content Machine, Lead Sourcing, HeySummit, Sheet, right? Focus, they want you to say that really slow. Sheet, right? Focus Keyword Finder, Bacona, and OneDeck. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to pull off the shelf, just so you know, right? So I've had Content Machine in the past, and it was doing some pretty unique things, but they started to, I don't know if they cleaned up some of the issues that they had, but SEO Content Machine, it's doing some different things, and I really, really liked what they were doing. But I think they were trying to grow so fast that they started running into these bugs, and he's like, "Hey, did you fix this bug? Did you fix that?" But this tool is no slouch. This tool is no slouch. I may come back to that tool. I just don't know. AudioHero, I'm not seeing a lot of audio tools come back to AppSumo as often. Whenever an audio tool comes here, you kind of want to get it. I do own AudioHero. I think this is a good deal. But what I'm finding is, as I'm using AI a lot more, or I'm using voiceovers, or I'm using B-rolls, I'm finding myself using a lot more audio. So if you're going to move into AI, you're going to move in that space, going to get talking avatars, you're going to do talking demos or whatever, you definitely need your own audio tool, right? So I don't have enough said on that. And I probably will show you a little bit of that. I don't know. I kind of want to focus on, I think I'm going to take a look at BoardMix, because they're from the makers of Pixio. I think it's called Pixio. Yeah, they have a twin brother, another part of the company that they have. Yeah, Pixo. This one is more AI based, so I may be pulling that off the shelf. So let me tell you what I'm pulling off the shelf. I already have AudioHero. If you guys want me to look at that or look behind the scenes, just let me know in the comments. I'm going to pull probably BoardMix off the shelf. I may pull SEO Content Machine off the shelf again. Lead sourcing is very, very, very intriguing to me. So I may pull that one off the shelf. HeySummit, you know darn well I'm going to pull that off the shelf. And probably, I think Baconia is doing some different things. Hold on, is this what I wanted to see? I wanted to check something really quick. So let's start with Baconia since we're here, right? So again, I love unique unicorn tools. This is a tool that's going in, and you can have chats with your Google Analytics and your Google Search Console. So this is going in, you're able to have these conversations, you're able to chat with it. Hey, where are most of the searches coming from? Where are most of our leads converting from? Can you do me a match? So this is a tool. Again, it's a unique unicorn tool. I don't use Google Search Console that much. I don't do a lot. I'm moving out of the SEO kind of life. I think some people still live in that. I just think with AI, there's more ways to grow your business now instead of just SEO. And there's nothing wrong with SEO. I've said that before in the past. I'm finding ways around it because I always thought SEO was a wealthy man's game, right? If you can pay enough to get enough keywords and all that. I think what's happening and what AI is teaching me is trying to get good authority pieces together, trying to become a good thought leader. So I'm looking at pieces that do that. This is more if you're going to use and stay in the SEO realm. And if you do a lot of SEO, I think this is a good deal based on what they're doing is because they can say, hey, you know what? Because you can chat with your SEO console and say, hey, how did my sales increase from last year to this year? I like this. I like this for SEO because I've tried to do the SEO thing maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I just felt it was a lot of moving pieces. I was like, man, I had to be all things to all people versus just creating what I wanted to create and what the people wanted. And I found my business to grow a lot faster that way instead of trying to play the SEO game. Again, that's what I'm teaching my students over at Hackpack U. It's a different game now, and I'm finding more success with the game that I'm starting to play now. To me, this is like a pre-COVID type of play when I was all about SEO. Now that AI is here, I just think some of the game has changed, but I do believe this is a very, very, very good tool. If you're in the SEO, the back end space of SEO, Google Analytics and all that, I'm just not. So I don't think I'm going to pull that off the shelf, but I wanted at least, since I stopped there, I wanted to show there as well. Focus Keyword Finder in SEO did get my attention because they're going and finding keywords and they're producing the content for you based around the keywords. I don't know if I'm going to pull that off the shelf. What I am going to pull off the shelf, like I said, is maybe this tool again, maybe BoardMix. I already have AudioHero, Lead Sourcing. I'm definitely going to pull off the shelf. HeySummit. So these three, SEO Content Machine, Lead Source, HeySummit, to me, I think may be my Wednesday winner. Because I don't have enough, I won't be able to do enough data and kind of give you the ideas on that. Don't sleep on Sheet. I think they're doing some different things with the Google Docs and stuff like that. I just don't have time to get into a lot of that, but I do think this is a very, very good tool as well. OneDeck, one of the knocks on OneDeck, and normally when you get pressure, let me see, is this the one? No, it's not. So I think this is a good one too, to streamline auto. I just have so many tools that's given me this already. And I think if you haven't had the opportunity to look at some of the other tools, I think this is a good tool. I have Moxie. I got Moxie when it came a while back. They never came back. It was a very, very good tool. But I like this tool to try to help you put together contracts and stuff like that. Is this the one? Oh, yeah. Create proposals and invoices and contracts. Yeah. So if you don't have that tool, I think this is a nice entry into this. And I definitely think even a tier 1 serves you well here for this particular tool. Let's see here. That's not the one. Where is it at? Yeah, so one of these tools, they only gave you one-time credits. So I don't remember which tool that was, and I'd have to go, and I was looking through them. I thought it was OneDeck. Doesn't appear as though it's back on it. Is it Lead Sourcing? No, that's not it. Let me see. Is that the one? No, this is not it. So let me tell you what I'm going to do with this tool, right? I'll just tell you, right? My hack, right? I don't normally like to give up a lot of my hacks right away. But this tool, what I see that this tool does, and I'm telling you right now, I'm going to pull it off the shelf. If you never hear from me again talking about it, then maybe it wasn't that good. But what I'm finding is this tool is going to be a B2B lead tool, meaning, right? So let me tell you, let me give you the play. Let me give you the play, right? It's Anthony in my community. Shout out to Anthony out there. Anthony Ross, he's going to say, hey, Jenny, show us the play, right? Let me give you the play, Anthony, right? So let me just give it to you right here. So this is a tool that if people visit, let's say you're putting out some LinkedIn information, some LinkedIn material, or you have a LinkedIn newsletter, which shout out to I'm running a LinkedIn newsletter challenge right now. If you didn't get my newsletter, you might need to get that so you can join the LinkedIn newsletter challenge. But if you're running a LinkedIn newsletter challenge and then someone comes to your newsletter and they stumble on your page, if you have this code there, it's giving you everything about them. You know who they are. So then you take this one, right? You take this one. Oh my God, this is so juicy, right? You take that one, then you mix it in with a props, right? A prosp, right? You mix this lead sourcing with a prosp, and then you can reach out to, listen, this is peanut butter and jelly, like my guy from my communities be saying, man, they be giving me a hard time out here, but because they get all of my Jenny-isms. Shout out to Peter Scuba, and he's a amazing one. He says, Jenny, this is peanut butter and jelly. So he's taking my stuff and giving it back to me. So shout out to Peter taking this prosp, right, and mixing it in with lead sourcing. I got to tell you, I'm liking what this leads based on what they're saying. And I'm going to pull it off the shelf. You guys know I'm going to take it for a spin. Based on what they're saying, hey, the code tells you who visited. Like, so if I have somebody from LinkedIn, right? This is a LinkedIn tool to me. The way it's set up, the way it's designed, the way it's put together. It's like if someone from LinkedIn went to your page, it's going to give you the deets on them, right? It's going to give you the details. You're going to be able to pull them in and it's going to give you the annual, or you could say, hey, I'm looking for people. This is B2B. I'm looking for people that have at least 1,000 employees. I'm looking for people that's trying to bring, training to their particular company in the areas that I do, right? And they need to have 1,000 employees. They need to be in this industry and blah, blah, blah. So you can pre-set up. So when any one of those people from LinkedIn meeting that criteria hits your page, it's going to give you the juice on them, and it's going to give you an opportunity to follow up with them. You mix that in with prosp, and I don't think you really need prosp, but I think prosp gives you that voice connection. So you can go and then you can add the voice piece. You can probably start following up here, but then add them to the prosp. And the prosp says, hey, I noticed you visit my website. I really appreciate that. If you're wanting to know more information, hey, here's a contact information. Here's a QR code. I just think those two together, man, is peanut butter and jelly. And I'm going to pull it off. And if it goes like I think it is, you guys in for trouble. I don't know what I'm going to call that. You guys let me know in the comments, what should I call that hack pack? But I'm giving you that hack pack. I'm giving you that play. I haven't tested it out, but I can see how it's going to work. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get into HeySummit. I think AppSumo reached out. Yeah, so I'm going to take a look at this in detail. I mean, I'm gonna take a look at this because do I need to host more events, right? Do I need to put together more events? Here's what I'll tell you, right? And don't tell anyone I told you this, right? But listen, to host events right now is major, right? So you want to have a good event hosting platform. To me, I don't think any platform that I currently own. I think I own another platform that allows me to get 100,000 in. They'll never come back to AppSumo either. I'm not going to mix in their name here, but this gives you 15,000 for 276. That's stupid. That's a deal. If I got this, I would not be looking at anything less than the 276 here, the 15,000 for 276. Now, most events, because they want to still be relevant after post-COVID, they're charging transaction fees, which I can live with that, right? So you got a transaction fee, you probably got a Stripe fee. You're looking at about maybe a 4.5% to 5% pop on your charge. So whatever you're going to charge, you might want to mark it up 5%, or you might just say, hey, you know what? That's the expense of doing business, and you write it off on your taxes. Hey, it's an expense. So I don't look at expense fees. Monthly fees to me are erosion of your business, not transaction fees. Because if I have transaction fees, I'm making money. I don't care. You could do that. You could have 5% of $1,000. I don't care because your platform is allowing me to make the $1,000. To me, that's why I love lifetime deals, because if I have monthly fees for the platform and not making money, then it is eroding my capital, and I can't use and deploy that capital anywhere else in marketing or something like that. So the multiple here, you got the single, double, multiple. Yeah. So this removes a HeySummit branding. It's up to you if you want to remove that. You still have the 3% here, but as a minimum 207. But to me, the deal, like from 207, then for this jump, that's the jump that I would make. I would at least do this one right here. And I'm going to look at it, use a custom domain, live CRM, email integrations, multiple tickets. So yeah, I mean, this was founded in 2019. Obviously, they are in the United Kingdom. I think they are GDPR compliant. Most companies that come from there are. If they start a business there, they more likely are GDPR compliant. Yeah, so if you didn't get a chance to get Remo, I think this is a good opportunity. This is a different move from Remo because I think you want to do something larger on a larger scale. But if you have a Remo or some of the other tools out there, I think just to do a large event, and if you're not doing large events, or if you're not growing and scaling it to your own event, then this tool is not for you. But I think if you're looking for a large event type of planning tool, and that's the reason why I think it's a little bit different than Remo. I don't have the Remo numbers in front of me right now because I don't know how many attendees. A lot of things has probably changed since their merger. I don't remember. I don't think I can get 15,000. Actually, you know what? I know I can't. I think probably the most is probably 500 to 800, right? So it's not that type of platform, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can do the multiple floors and it has the merge experience. But this is one I'm definitely going to take off the shelf. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit the ring notification because I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna trust me. I am going to dig into this one super hard. And again, I'll be doing probably a sponsored video on that one to get that one going. So, hey, listen, you can say what you want to say. AppSumo they're giving us the opportunities, right? They're putting the right tools in front of us. And people say, oh, you're an AppSumo fanboy. Man, listen, I've made some money with AppSumo tools. I can tell you, right? I can show you bank statements. So you got to take the tools, you got to deploy them. And again, just because Jenny said, doesn't mean you need to buy every tool I talk about. You only need to grow, and you need to grow your business and concentrate. Can it help your business? I remember Molo 9 was here. This is the strangest tool that I think I ever picked up. I don't even know if I still have that. I was using it, and this is like pre-AI. I wonder what they've done to this. But this tool was kind of before its time as well. This is like pre-AI. I wonder what they've done, but it was a very, very good tool. I don't know. I have to come back and look at that. Cast Magic is done in 10 hours. Yeah, some things have changed on the YouTube front, right? So which makes Cast Magic like, but they still can do a lot of audio and still do your audio, which is good. But I think they used to do really, really well when they would go out and get other videos from YouTube. Ad you need. Yeah, I'm not really into ads anymore. I remember I used to be big into that. I hear a lot of people still talk about it. I'm just okay with that, right? Video to blog. I'm gonna hit all of these back again and we'll talk about them. I am doing a workshop on how to, if you don't get my newsletter, you got to get my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description. You got to get my newsletter because I'm doing some things on Press Ranger that you'll be able to see. And I may have this hack with Eureka, but I am going to do one video on Eureka, but I got like 3 hacks for Eureka. I may even put those out as well. Hey, you guys have been great. Wanted to keep this one short today. You guys take care. Goodbye for now.